speaking of Hope event, you came to that one. How was it? How do you think you went?
Before we started, I left.
Yeah, you did actually left at 6 o'clock, innit?
I was only there to help out. Then I had to dip. I had to go to a dawat.
The guy has more dawats than anyone else in the world. He's been to more weddings this year than I have been in my whole life. I don't know why.
What do you expect, man? I live in Highfields, bro.
I don't know how and why.
I tell you, the COVID weddings, bro.
But the funny thing is, I don't get no dawats from you. So, maybe next week, you got a dawat. Maybe, yes, no, please.
Tomorrow, I think. Again.
Tomorrow you're giving us a dawat. No, I'm talking about me. You giving me a dawat, not you getting a dawat. Why that for?
Okay, let's make this deal, yeah? If England win the World Cup, I'll give a dawat.
Sorted.
That 50% never gonna happen.
Well, you never know when, man.
You don't know, it's England, bro.
Exactly. Speaking of Hope event, Alhamdulillah went successful. I think everyone enjoyed it. We had good feedback, even on me streaming online. Great feedback, everyone enjoyed it. But what was your best moment? I know you weren't there for the full event, but you did watch it live as well.
I watched it live.
What was the best moment? What part was like, you liked that moment, like, you know, the best thing?
When Shiraj Wala got awarded for being the longest volunteer.
You know what? I think that was an emotional moment as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it was sick, you know, when
even though my name got shouted out like
by him
so many times,
and you weren't there.
And I went there like an idiot.
But I'm like, it was a sick event.
Yeah.
I think even that part of it as well.
Even a
lot of people got emotional as well.
Yeah, I did.
Got emotional.
Especially I watched it. Then when I went back home after everyone fell asleep, I was watching on my iPad, didn't it? Yeah. I watched the whole program then.
I think
the last bit when Mona Samir spoke up in the last bit after he got awarded by Harun Shibai.
Yeah.
When he done the last video with the jacket one, I think even that got me emotional as well.
Yeah, I think
that's that video is the most one that got everyone hot. Because I could see when people tagged on Instagram, majority of the videos was all the coat appeal video that was
I think even
that's what I realized.
That jacket video came out 3 years ago, but everyone is still talking about that video because it just hit home and it's just like something like you see kids crying.
Yeah, it makes you feel how you would be in their shoes.
Exactly. And imagine imagine if they were your kids.
Yeah.
You get in the head, or your brother or sister, you get in the head like, imagine if them, like, you get in the head like, you gotta give something.
I think that will hit the jackpot.
Yeah, I think everyone loved that video.
Yeah.
I think it was
and plus, the nasheed in the background was spot on, bro. That was the right nasheed to put for that video.
I think that video, we never edited it. Our team in Syria edited it. So
that's why it was professional. I realize now. Thank God it was.
It was our first biggest event we've done after 5 years.
Yeah.
We did another one in Koila 5 years ago, and compared to this
one was much better.
Yeah, it was much better, top, and it was amazing. I think we're still talking about it. People are still watching it right now.
It's been a week already.
Yeah, it's been a week, and people.
I just remember like last week, like yesterday.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Okay.
Like last week, this time we were there until 8, 9 o'clock, sorting the things out, putting out the plates and everything.
Yeah, Friday night, and then Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy, I think, and exactly all the volunteers that have that.
Yeah.
Like this event could never happen without the volunteers. Like you're the longest volunteer out One Nation. You've been there since from the start, and you're still carrying on. So I'm gonna test you now.
Yeah.
Not about One Nation. That's later on.
Okay.
Stay tuned that one, later on. But for speaking of Hope event, it's the last time I talk about Speaking of Hope is how many viewers do we have? How many views do we have live? Just take a guess. How many views?
The last time I checked, when I was watching it, it had 600 and something. So right now must have hit 1K.
So on live it was around 600, but pre-recording after everything's done, roughly over 800 views. Alhamdulillah. Over 800 views. Last one. I know that was the last question, but I still now is who was your favorite nasheed artist from Ehsan Tamid, Mulam Tisarat, and Hafiz Mizan? them three, out of them three, which nasheed artist did you enjoy the most? Like, yeah,
I say our local one.
Mulam Desada.
More interested in that.
Why? Do you know what?
Because he's local and like I love his nasheed. The Mustafa when he's praising the Prophet.
Yeah.
And then the other one I forgot what it's called. When he's done with Omar Isa one, that one.
Okay, Stand Together.
Yeah, Stand Together.
And that was Mulam Desada, Hafiz Mizan, and S. Antamid.
Yeah.
All four of them actually did a nasheed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think? Mulam Desada was sick. Yeah, it's amazing. But Hafiz Mizan and S. Antamid surprised me big time. Because I've never had
the favorite one was S. Antamid when he done his nasheed for his late father.
Yeah, that
one touching.
Yeah, that was. And do you know what? I've never heard of Hafiz Mizan before.
Never have. I have heard of from Labeik. Yeah, I've heard it from Labeik, but not like alone nasheed.
Exactly. Yeah. So when I first heard, oh, getting Hafiz Mizan, I was like, who's this Hafiz Mizan?
I knew he was there. They're like the OGs of the nasheed.
Yeah, from back.
From nasheed, from the nasheed criteria. They're Labeik. They're the old time schools, bro. Yeah. They've been there since what, 2007 or something. Probably more than that.
Probably, yeah. And it was a sick event, sick nasheed artist, and Alhamdulillah, next year we might have another one as well. Hopefully, we are planning to do one, but not in Leicester, maybe Birmingham. So those Birmingham lot, stay tuned and watch out because it might be bigger and better.
Yeah.
We always do our events. So
every time we do an event, it gets better and better and bigger.
Yeah, because always next, what's we going to improve and what we need to improve, what do to make it better. So it seemed to happen with our park event as well. So yeah. So we did talk about you as you're the longest volunteer of our nation, and you were there from the start of how our nation began, from Asalan shop. If you watched the Beacon of Hope event, it showed from the start and from the beginning of One Nation, how it started in Leicester and where it is now. What made you at the start? What made you go into volunteer for One Nation? Like, oh, One Nation or Salam shop. Like, what made you go there and like, okay, I want to volunteer for you?
So basically, when I was a kid, about 13, yeah, I don't know if Facebook would allow it or not, yeah, but yeah, I made an account, and then I just started following Majid, Tariq, everyone, and then my sister told me that there's a bake sale, go get something from Hartington, outside. So basically, when One Nation wasn't even existed then, so they used to do like traveling to Gaza, Palestine, Syria.
Taking convoys.
Taking convoys. So they were having a barbecue outside my uncle's house. I still remember that day, my uncle shouting up from the window saying, "Oi, slow that barbecue down! The smoke's coming into my yard." Yeah. So since then, and then I asked Maj and Tariq and Yaga, can I help out from 2013? So since then, I've been every time One Nation had like a event, like I remember when they had the school in the school playground in Uplands.
Okay. In Hyperson, there's a park there.
No, this was the big one that they did was in Hyperson, in Uplands Junior School in the playground.
Okay, yeah.
So that was like one of the big ones where we done the barbecue then. So since then I remember.
Alhamdulillah, and you still with One Nation.
Yep.
What's made you stay with One Nation? Like of all the other places where and you volunteered with, why you still with One Nation? What's made you feel?
Because One Nation is not just like a charity where you just do your collection and go. It's like a family where you come here, they'll treat you as one of their own.
Yeah, and we'll drag them out.
Yeah.
I drag this guy everywhere with me. I have to lead of the One Nation youth, and you're part of it. You're part of our team.
Unfortunately.
No, but you're part of our group. We've got so many other youngsters from Leicester who we've built up together, and we do our help. But those other people help that we built together with the One Nation team, youth team, and we've done the events together. We've run a deployment together. We've done so many things together, and we're still so many other things to come. So the One Nation is part of like they've always getting youngsters involved, which is a good thing. And plus, right now everyone's going to PS5, Xbox, playing games and everything like that. But I think volunteering for One Nation or a charity is just amazing work. Don't you agree?
Exactly. what makes you do charity work is like you appreciate what you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's all like you got a house where you can have a bath, warm bath. There's people around the world that don't have water.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because for example, we've launched this year. We always launch every year. Is our Cold Days Warm Hearts campaign or Winter 1000 campaign.
That reminds me of like there's people out there, like people in Syria that live in tents and cold. They don't even have like gas heaters.
Yeah, exactly.
So like we fundraise for that as well, don't we?
Yeah, that's the thing we do every year. Winter 1000 every year. Alhamdulillah, we fundraise more and more every year, and for winter, it's like one of the main moments. Like, do you like winter?
I like the snow.
You like?
I hate the cold.
I think everyone likes the snow, to be honest. But as you know, imagine when we were kids, we enjoyed the snow. It's snowing, this and that. Alhamdulillah, it's happy. You play snowball fight, make a snowman or whatever.
But I hate it when it turns into ice, man.
I think everyone hates it. But
Get smashed on your
after
face.
the snowball fight, whatever, we can go home.
Yeah.
Have hot chocolate, coffee, tea, or whatever.
Oh, I'll have a hot bath to get you warm.
Yeah, but for example, kids in Syria, Yemen, Gaza, Lebanon, all these places do not have that thing.
Yeah.
They don't experience the fun winter that we've had than that, because they always suffer through the winter.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the right shelter, they don't have right food, right clothing, right anything, to be honest. So I think that's Cold Warm Hearts is one of the best campaign One Nation have done.
Yeah.
And besides anything else, and that's like the main one, and then that's ones that like always touches people, and like, you know, the main thing people fundraise for as well. And Joe's starting fundraising as well, so I'll go ahead to make a fundraising page today. So you're gonna start fundraising, inshallah.
Inshallah.
What's your target?
500.
500. You can do more, man.
Let's get to 500 first.
You're well known in Highfields, fam.
I'm not Wala. Joking. Big up Wala, man. He can make £1,000 in one day, bro.
Wala can do £2,000 in Ramadan. He raised £2,000
Yeah.
just for 4 hours standing in the street. But he's going to South Africa right now.
But I still remember that day when I never used to know your uncle. Is it Adam? When we motorbike.
Oh yeah.
I remember one day he came, yeah. He just came. We were on Nedham Street. He came, dashed a note in. We came back in the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone just gave a note. Counted it was like £1,000. I was gobsmacked.
Bro, Wala's always getting money. I'm like, how?
Yeah, man. Everyone knows him. That's the thing.
Exactly. Everyone knows him. Not even in Haifas in Leicester. And
So I think this Ramadan, you need to get him to help us out in our thing. Before we need to hijack him and tell him to do it for us.
We do. We actually do. Wala does help our best. Like loads of our food store we do outside the office, or any other big events that we do. Wala's always there. He's always helping us, standing on the streets, fundraising and raising money for any.
It's not long left to Ramadan now, isn't it?
4 or 5 months now,
Yeah.
I think. So alhamdulillah, Wala's be back.
And end of May.
Streets. I think something like that. Yeah.
End of May, I think.
So Wala will be back on the streets. So if you're from Leicester, Highfield, you see Wala, just give him £1p, £2, wherever you can. Any change you have, just give it to him, and it'll make his day. Because I still remember in Ramadan, every day after he finishes, I've counted my money, have you counted my money? Like, he gets me on my nerves sometimes. Like, Wala.
If you're, you know what he does to me? If you're busy, if he sees me downstairs, he'll tell me to count it, bro.
Yeah. I think at the end of Ramadan, after Eid, when he comes to the office the next day, he'll tell me how much we'll tell him the amount of topal he raised throughout the whole Ramadan. And when you tell him that, he gets like shocked. He's like smile, like he gets happy. The smile on his face, it's amazing.
You just gotta keep treating him.
Yeah, exactly. We treat him so much food, but compared to what he does, is nothing in it.
Yeah,
really.
man.
But yeah,
he puts us to shame, bro.
He does.
We tell him, like what Majid said in the Breaking of Vote, whether it's sunshine, rain, cold, hot, he's there. He's saying, "Don't worry, I'm outside." Yeah. I remember one day he made me go back home just to get an umbrella.
Bro, it's mad because I don't know how he does it. Like we tell him, when we go out fundraising on the street collection or road collection or anything we do, we'll wait for one. I said I'll wait for you, and you said I'll wait for me, and then we'll go together. He's like he doesn't care. He doesn't alone. He'll stand there for 2-3 hours with his chair.
Like in Ramadan, I come around after 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So like, by the time I get there, his bucket's like nearly 3/4 full. I go like, what are you doing? He goes like, people know me.
In one day, he goes like roughly 2 buckets in one day.
Yeah.
And that's why we just coin his notes as well. And
He'll speak to random people, and just by speaking to them, they'll end up donating.
yeah, people come with change, put in his bucket. It's mad. So, next thing is World Cup. The biggest thing that's happening right now, nationally around the world, is the World Cup. So, are you ready?
I was waiting, bro.
I know, because actually before we started the podcast, I even told him the topics we're going to talk about, and he was waiting for the World Cup. I could see in his face when we talk about the World Cup, when we're talking about it.
I'm gassed, bro.
Now, World Cup is here.
Man.
Well, it's starting on Sunday. Are you ready?
It's starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
First game, I think, tomorrow.
Sunday is first game.
Is it? I don't know.
No, sorry, it's tomorrow.
Qatar versus Ecuador.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
I'm guessing you're watching it?
Obviously.
Obviously. Who are you voting for? Who do you want to win?
First of all,
I want. Biggest England fan.
Yeah, I am.
But be realistic. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
I tell you who will be most likely in quarterfinals. Brazil. They're one team to look out for. France. They got upcoming youngsters that are good. They'll be there.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what?
Spain's not all that.
Spain's not all that. But I think France might win. I got a feeling France.
They are the World Cup holders.
Yeah.
But I don't. They're missing Kante and Pogba, bro.
Yeah, because injured, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think England will be in the semi-finals. England will get into semi-finals and lose it. We'll lose it. I don't think it's coming home.
And make sure you pack your bags, mate. I think even Neymar predicts that England's gonna be in the finals, bro.
Yeah, I think semi-finals.
I saw his quote. I don't think he knows Sancho's not in the squad. He goes, the best person to look out for is Harry Kane and Sancho.
Sancho's not in it.
Sancho's not in it. Come on, Leicester. The Leicester players in it, bruv. James Maddison, bruv.
We have to see.
I hope Southgate plays him, bruv.
Hopefully, but I can't wait. I won't be watching it. Hopefully,
you will be watching in the shop, won't you? The first England game is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is that in the Qatar time or is it UK time?
UK time.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I know that's Qatar's 3 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I can't wait.
It's gonna be a 9 to 5, bro. Yeah, whoever that works, they're just gonna be watching match because there's one game at 10 o'clock, one game at 1, then one game's at 3, and then one game's at 4. It's at that timing.
The stadiums are mad.
But why would you build a stadium when no one's gonna ever play in that thing again, in the same stadium again? It's not a football.
No, but I think
football club nation.
It's a movable.
Bro, there's so much politics in that, bro.
There's politics in everything. To be honest, too much politics in
What's your views?
As well. And what World Cup?
Yeah. Qatar.
I can't say. But Qatar, it's a nice place. I'd love to go there on holiday.
Bro, it's like
it is. I think it's one of the best places to do a World Cup, yeah, because of how it looks and everything.
I know it looks amazing.
And how Qatar has done it, how they promoted it, how they've done everything is sick, and it's amazing. I can't wait for it.
I can't.
Who's the main country that you think is gonna win the country? Which country will win? I've answered it. I think it's France. Who do you think is gonna win? Don't say England.
England.
No, don't say England.
England.
Don't say England.
England.
Beside England.
Brazil. I'm giving an eye on Brazil, man.
Also, talk about the Winter 1000. We're planning another small event that I want you to take part in as well. Is the Walk for Winter Aid, something like that. Walk for Winter Aid is where it's national and anyone around the world can take part. Anyone from the UK can take part. You take from your own country, your own city. You do a certain amount of laps or steps you do in one day, and do it for a whole month. And
you know what I was thinking?
You fundraise for.
You know what I was thinking? You know how many sports arenas and stadiums around your city?
What? Loads.
No, like in Leicester. So example. No. Listen to me. Like any sports arenas or stadiums. So basically, look, start from Clock Tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk to on your way from Clock Tower.
Yeah.
There's Leicester Tigers.
Yeah.
So you go there, take a picture. Then you walk to King Power, go there, take a picture. Then you go to cricket club, you go there, take a picture, like that. Then you go to the basketball, go there, take a picture. So do a tour around Leicester with any sports arena. Yeah.
That's a good shot. So if anyone do want to do that, let us know, message on our Instagram, DM us on Insta, or ring us on 0295 to 1000. If you do something like that, we can help you out and get yourself more involved in these kind of events. If you have any other ideas for events, then just hit us up, ring us, or message us, and inshallah we'll get back to you. And yeah, I think we've also got an event in Leicester 26th of this month by Events by Sadia. Should be at the Crown Banquet Hall.
And Mr. T coming.
Mr. T is coming as well. So it's gonna be a big event. So that's
have his gulab jamun ice cream, bro.
So if you do see Mr. T have his gulab jam, I don't know. I had the cookie dough. The cookie dough is quite nice, ice cream. But I need to try the gulab jam. People's hyping it up. People's always getting it, but I've never had it. I think when he does come on 26th, I'm gonna get one.
It depends if I turn up, because World Cup's on.
That's true. That is true. But we have to see. But we might have the World Cup playing on the day. So I will try something like that.
Watch it on your phone, mate.
We'll get the master screen. Watch it there. So
yeah, man.
Inshallah. Yeah. Jazakallah for coming down and having the interview, Papat.
No worries.
You come to office every day anyway.
I know.
But I thought today, we need to have a talk. It'd be a good talk and talk about a few topics that we want to talk about anyway and share our opinions, inshallah. So, yeah, Jazakallah for coming down and having a talk with me. I know you didn't want it at first to, but yeah, Jazakallah anyway.
No worries.
And inshallah, we'll do another
podcast soon
after World Cup.
Yeah.
And discuss who won and who lost. So yeah, Jazakallah for everyone who tuned in and followed on all our social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and TikTok. And inshallah, see you next week with another guest and with another video. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.